Welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about data types and variables in C++. So in the previous video I already talked about the basics of C++, including this and this and this. So if you haven't watched that video and you don't know what these things are, be sure to watch it. But in this video we're going to be going over, like I said, data types and variables. So for now I want to explain what a variable is. A variable is basically just something that can hold a value and it can change over time. So basically x can hold the value of 10. That's just a small example. Or maybe x can hold the value of your name, or maybe even a variable called name can store your name. But whatever, you'll learn more and you'll know how to use it more soon. So with the first, before I start getting into the data types and variables, I want to talk about how to start using them. So there are two things. One is called declaration and one is called assignment. So in C++, you need to specify what kind of data type you're going to be using. So for this one, let's say to start off with, we're going to use int, which stands for integer and it can store a whole number. So int x semicolon. Like I said in the previous video, you're going to end every statement with a semicolon in C++, just like Java. So int x. So right now we're declaring x. We're getting the whole compiler ready to work with x. We're getting it familiarized with the integer x, the variable x. And next you can assign, this is called assignment, assign a value to x. So I'm assigning 129 to the value x. 129 is my lucky number. Sometimes I use 1291, but whatever. Okay, so this is declaration and this is assignment. And again, I talked about comments. These are comments. I talked about them in the previous video. So right now we just declared and assigned x, a value to x. You can also do declaration and assignment in one line just for ease. So int y, we're calling this variable y just like we're calling this variable x right here. So int y equals 1291 semicolon. So this is declaration and assignment. So declaration and assignment. And if you want to, of course, print these out, you have to std : cout x, save, and run. So x is 129. You can also, hold on, let me just add a new line. I'm still getting familiarized with the C++, everything. Wait, hold on. Actually, I'm gonna see if this works. I don't know if it works with the double quotes or not, but we'll see now. Hold on, you can't really tell. Oh, it works. Okay, so you can use single quotes or double quotes for this, I guess. So cout y, let's see what y is, save and run, and here we get 129 and 1291 in two separate lines because of the \n, and again I talked about this in the previous video. So moving on, if you try to store something like 1291.5 and then you run it, this is what's gonna happen. It's just gonna be 129. It's just gonna round down, or it's just gonna print out everything that's excluding the decimal. It's not gonna round up or down. It's just gonna ignore it. Why? Because it's an integer. It only holds whole numbers, no decimals, no floating point values. And if you want to hold a decimal, this is what you do. You use a double data type. So integer is just for whole numbers. Double is for numbers including the decimal. So you can have something like double and double height. So we're calling the variable height equals to I'm 181.5 centimeters, but let's just do it without the centimeters, and then semicolon, and then let's print it out. So my height is 181.5. Moving on, char. Char is to store a single character. A single character, something like, first you gotta start with char, and then say M in it. So middle initial. So the initial of your middle name, and for me that is A. And then semicolon, save and run. Oh, sorry, I forgot to do the print statement. Save and run, and A. And you can just choose any kind of, say, like for example, you want to choose char currency equals say $. Just whatever kind of currency you're using if you want to specify, and then we want to print the currency so we can know what currency we're going to be using, and it's $1. So it's just, you know, you can there are many uses for char, but right now I can't really think of anything too special, but this is just these are just a few small examples. So moving on, we have boolean. So boolean is kind of like a true or false statement, 1 and 0 statement, you know, on or off, yes or no, things like that, you know. So for boolean, you can have, like I said, you can set it to either true or false, nothing else. So bool, and then say male, for example, so equals to true. So I am a male, so yeah. And then you can have something else like bool open, is the store open or not? False, it's closed. And let's print these out. So male and open. So we're gonna check if the store is open or not, and we're gonna check if I am a male or not. And so save, run the code, 1 and 0. So that's basically saying true and false. Moving on, we have strings. A string is an object that represents a sequence of text. So basically that's just a fancy way of saying that it's a data type that stores text. Just like int stores numbers, this stores text. So the way you type this is kind of different. So std, or the way you declare this, declare and assign, std string name, and then double quotes, Yusuf, that's my name, and then colon. And that's how you declare a string. So let's do that a few more times. So that's my name, and then let's say car Camaro, because I like Camaros, and then say major, my major is computer science. So as you can see, you can have a single word, or you can have just a sequence of text with spaces in between, you know. So let's print these out. So here we want to print the name. Oh, oops. Name and car and major. Save and run. And there you have it. You can also do something really cool, and that is something like this. Let me show you.